Hey, what's going on, fellas? And welcome to my new series, episode 1 of the Rebuild Tools, Becoming the Man After Addiction. This is the Rebuild Recovery podcast. My name is Hayden Thorn, and I'm going to talk about something straight up, the comfort zone. It is lethal for men in recovery, and if you stay there, it'll take you out. Why? Well, because comfort doesn't just relax you, it eats you alive. It robs you of your silence and it drains you of your drive. It steals your purpose and it convinces you that playing it small is good enough. Well, that's where the real danger is. Not falling flat on your face, but slowly shrinking into nothing more than a sober shell of a man that you could have been. And this episode, we're going to tear the comfort zone apart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you why it's been stealing your potential, how to break out of it before it buries you alive, and we're going to talk about how it shows up in your recovery, in your body, in your relationships, and in the purpose that you have been rebuilding. So if you have been coasting along, if you have just been in survival mode instead of leading, well, this one could possibly sting a bit. And that's the point, because pain is a doorway, and today we are going to walk straight through it. So let's get started. We'll start with what is the comfort zone. Well, the comfort zone, it looks like this. So you might go to work, come home, watch some Netflix, go to bed, repeat. Maybe you hit a couple of meetings once a month, or you call your sponsor every now and again and you think, well, that's enough. Maybe it's talking about goals, getting fit, starting that new business, rebuilding your marriage, but you never actually put any plans in place. Maybe it's keeping your head down, avoiding conflict with your wife or your partner, and hoping things will just get better with time. Here's the problem though. Comfort is a slow death. It is relapse in slow motion. Why? Because growth and comfort do not exist in the same space. You can have one or the other, but never both. Think about it in addiction. Addiction was comfort. It took you away from the pain of life. It softened the blows and it gave us an escape from facing life head on. But what did it cost us? Everything. Our health, our families, and our self-respect. Then, when we get clean, we often try to build a comfortable recovery. No risk, no pain, no discomfort. Usually, that's out of fear. But comfort is just the same pattern dressed up differently. And it keeps us small, it keeps us weak, and eventually it leaves the door wide open for a relapse. Now let's flip it. If comfort is death, then pain is life. Not the pain of self-destruction, not the pain of addiction, but the pain of growth. Think about this in the gym, right? If you want bigger arms, you have to tear the muscle under resistance. If you want more stamina, you have to run until your lungs burn. If you want strength, you have to lift until your body shakes. Growth in the body only happens under stress and pain, and it's the same as recovery. The pain of being honest with your partner after years and years of lies, or the pain of sitting with cravings without running out and numbing them, or the pain of showing up to a meeting when your ego is screaming at you, I don't need this anymore. The pain of saying no to that ex-partner who might be still using, even when loneliness kicks in. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the path. But most of us have spent decades trying to avoid it. We ran from emotional pain into substances. We ran from responsibility into chaos. We ran from failure by quitting early. But here's the truth. The man you want to become is waiting on the other side of that very pain that you have been avoiding. Let me give you a couple of examples here. When I first got clean, I thought the hardest part of this was just saying no to the drugs. But honestly, that was just step one. The real work was rebuilding my life without the shortcuts. And I remember a moment when my wife and I were trying to rebuild our relationship. She didn't trust me, and why would she? I had lied for years, I disappeared, and I'd been unreliable for so long, and I just wanted her forgiveness without earning it. The pain was sitting in those conversations where she told me how much I'd hurt her. My instinct was to defend myself, to explain, and to avoid it. But when I leaned in, when I sat in the pain without running, when I was able to let her feel seen, heard, and held, well, that's when the healing started. And that's when trust began to be rebuilt. Another example, I have a client in the rebuild program who hated exercise. He thought getting sober was just enough, but then he was feeling stuck, flat, and completely uninspired. And the moment he started training, even though it was tough, it wasn't comfortable, and it did hurt, something shifted in him. That physical challenge unlocked a mental challenge. He started making stronger choices everywhere in his life. And here's the principle. Every time you face pain, you expand. Every time you avoid it, you shrink. So which direction are you moving in? So how do we apply this in our daily life? Well, I'll start with fitness, right? Don't stop at the comfort point. Push past it. That extra rep, that extra round, or that early morning session when you wanted to skip it. That's where the real growth is. In relationships, stop avoiding the tough talks. If there is tension with you and your partner or with your kids or your mates, I want you to step into it. Own your mistakes. Make your amends and listen without defense. It's painful, but that's where we start to rebuild trust. Purpose. Stop talking about what you could do. Write it down, commit to it, and take one uncomfortable step towards it today. Whether it's starting a business, going back to study, maybe public speaking, or leading in your community, growth starts with discomfort. Spirituality, prayer, meditation, or surrender is uncomfortable at first. Sitting in silence with yourself can be absolutely terrifying, but it's how you connect to something higher than you. So the rule is simple. When in doubt, take the uncomfortable option. That's the option that leads to growth. So here's a challenge for you this week. Write down one thing that you have been avoiding because it feels uncomfortable. Maybe it is picking up the phone to start repaying that debt that you owe. Maybe it's apologizing to your partner for the argument you had last week. Maybe it's putting your shoes on and actually getting to the fucking gym. Now, commit to doing this within the next 24 hours. And when resistance comes, and it will, I want you to stop and tell yourself, this discomfort is building me into the man that I am meant to be. Pain is not punishment. Pain is progress. Discomfort as transformation, and that is how we rebuild. So here is the tool that I want you to take away from this episode. And I call it the growth tool. Choose discomfort. It's simple, but it's powerful. Every time you choose to face a choice between what's comfortable and what's uncomfortable, choose the uncomfortable option. So it could be hit the snooze button or get up. Choose get up, choose discomfort. Keep quiet or have those hard conversations. Speak up, choose discomfort. Skip the gym or go and train. Step up, choose discomfort. Hide the truth or own it, own up, choose discomfort. Every time that you choose discomfort, you grow. Every time you choose comfort, you shrink. This is the tool for breaking the comfort zone. It is not theory, it is a daily practice. And if you use it consistently, it will reshape your recovery, your relationships, your body, and your purpose. And so fellas, let me leave you with this. Comfort feels safe, but it is slowly killing you. Discomfort feels hard, but it is the doorway to freedom. You've already survived worse pain than this. Addiction, chaos, self-destruction. You've already proven that you can endure pain. Now it's time to choose the pain that builds you, not the pain that breaks you. Step into discomfort. Step into growth. Step into the man your family, your brothers, and the world need you to be. This is the Rebuild Recovery Podcast, and if this episode spoke to you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Keep showing up, keep choosing growth, and remember, recovery is not a destination, it is a lifestyle. I'll see you on the next episode.